Detectives aren't supposed to get bloody knuckles. But I've done a lot of things I wasn't supposed to do. I lived through it all. Beatdowns, the backstabbing, disrespect most people wouldn't see in 10 lifetimes. And I never lost a fight. Until now.
Hey man, what are you doing? Hey! Move away from the body now!
The fuck is this?
Hey, did you hear me? My God. Hey, no! Oh shit, that's me. No. Get back here! I said, get back here!
What you just saw was the untimely demise of our protagonist, Ronan O'Connor. Ronan grew up on the streets, and because of that, he has a particular perspective on the world. He brings his experiences with him as he does his work as a detective with the Salem Police Department.
A great idea, Baxter. Tamper with the evidence.
Backup. Who needs backup? You shouldn't have tried to be one of us. Man, you were one dumb son of a bitch. Sir?
Hey, Baxter, hey! Just get back to taking them statements. Come on.
Yeah, I'm the stupid one.
Look, this is not your scene, Lieutenant. Just pay your respects and move on, please.
Yeah. Maybe it's not my scene, but it is my case. Tomorrow it'll be my case, and the next day. Until we catch him. You do well to remember that, Sergeant.
Look, I'm just following Captain's orders here. You know the procedure when a family member is... Yeah, well... Take all the time you need, LT.
Don't worry, brother. Remember, ghosts never die. And do me a favor, con man. Tell Julie I miss her.
She knows, Rex. She knows. I need to get my eyes on Stewart's notebook. See what they found out.
So, did you see the man in the hood?
Yes.
I don't know if she saw anything.
He killed that man in the street. He was in my apartment.
No need to be so secretive, boys. We're on the same team. I've been investigating this case for a long time. I gotta see if they found any leads that I don't already know about.
murder takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. Salem has a very rich supernatural history, which we draw on extensively for our game. It also has that New England small town aesthetic that makes such a perfect setting for the events that occur to Ronan over the course of the game. The other stuff that you're going to see are these sort of ethereal, glow-bluing vestiges. These objects are part of the dusk, the same limbo realm that Ronan now finds himself in. When someone is murdered or suffers, the energy that they give off leaves an imprint in the dusk, which is represented in these living world objects which you see around him. Now, Ronan is capable of lots of things, like passing through most living world objects. But dusk objects actually present blockers to Ronan, so he cannot move beyond them easily. In life, Ronan was an excellent detective, and the first thing that you're going to see here is his incredible observational abilities. As I examine Ronan's corpse, I know he was shot after he fell from a 4th-story window.
Bingo. I knew it.
However, I'm limited as a ghost. A living world detective can actually interact with the evidence he has. He can pick it up and turn it around in his fingertips. The cigarette over here, I can't pick that up. Ronan has no ability to examine it. In that sense, he's limited. But as a ghost, he has so much more power. Because unlike a living detective, Ronan can possess human beings. And while you can't directly control a human being while possessing them, you can do things like look through their eyes. I need to find information that could be relevant to my case. So I look up and down his notepad, and I see that he's written down that the victim was shot with his own gun.
There we go. The killer didn't bring a weapon, so he used mine? What does that mean?
But Ronan could do more than just look through the eyes of the people he's possessing. Over here, I see 2 police officers. Now, I can't hear what they're saying, but if I possess Officer Robinson and listen through his ears...
What a night, huh, Robinson?
Yeah.
Crazy. Ronan, unbelievable.
I don't get it. What was he even doing here?
Asking for it. A witness called in saying he saw the killer enter a building. Ronan responds, disregards orders for backup. Next thing you know, the killer tried to see if he could make him sprout angel wings. And then bam, 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 bam. 7 to the chest. Point blank.
You really have no idea when to quit, do you, Baxter?
You ever take a look at those tattoos of his? All that gangland prison crap? He was more criminal than cop. Yeah, you live like a thief, you die like a thief.
He was still a badge, dickhead.
But Ronan can do still more with his ability to possess human beings. Over here, you can see that there's a witness who's trying to give a statement to a police officer. If I influence her and use one of my own memories, in this case my killer, I can get her to think about that particular subject.
That man in the hood. Outside. Looking up at the top apartment on the 4th floor, I think.
Does that mean the killer came here for a reason?
So now I've got information about the witness. She was too distraught to give information to the police officer.
Right.
But by reading her
Time to put
mind,
this all
I now
together.
have information that the cops don't have access to. So I've collected all the critical information on this crime scene, and so now it's time to make a deduction. In this particular version of the deduction, I need to put the pieces in the right order. So first, I need to figure out what the cops know. Well, I know a little bit about what the killer's MO was based on Stewart's notebook.
Good.
And I know that they know a little bit about what happened here, the events of the murder, because of the conversation.
That worked.
But now I need to figure out, what do I know that the cops don't know? Well, it was the mind-reading information I got from the witness.
Outside. Looking up at the top apartment on the 4th floor, I think.
The killer came here for a reason. But what was it? The apartment up there must have some clues. Except that's my way in, and it's closed. Fantastic. Well, here's my chance. I just need to follow Stewart into the building.
So I mentioned before that Ronan could pass through most living world objects and was blocked by vestiges. But there's another thing that he's blocked by: external walls of building. I mentioned the sort of foundation in the supernatural that the town of Salem has. Well, in our game, the citizens christen all of their buildings. What this does is it creates a supernatural barrier that prevents spirits from entering and exiting freely. The only way Ronan can get in and out of buildings is by finding a breach in that barrier. Now, Officer Stewart ahead of me has opened that door, creating the breach that I need to get inside.
Hey, Sarge. 1019. Please return to the scene.
10-4.
So now I'm moving on to the second key component of our product, which is exploration. Now, as I mentioned, there's no way to pass through exterior walls